My name is Bob Good. I'm a licensed professional counselor supervisor and the president and clinical director for Stonebriar Counseling Associates. I'm here today to talk about nurturing your marital relationship. Myself, I've been married over 35 years to my lovely wife, Lois. We have 4 children and 7 grandchildren. And over the years of doing counseling with folks, I have seen many times where couples who are coming in are experiencing tremendous amounts of anxiety, tremendous amounts of disappointment, frustration, to say the least, anger, resentment, and bitterness over their communication difficulties. And I've always asked couples, what do you think is the success or a predictor for a healthy and happy marriage? I've written down a couple and I found that some of them are quite interesting. I'd like to share them with you. I've heard people say that having good money, having a lot of money is a success or a predictor for happiness. It isn't. I've had husbands who say having sex several times a month with my wife is a predictor of marital happiness. It isn't. Nor is money or vacations. Having the relationship as a priority is a successful predictor of a healthy relationship. Also, giving value to one another's advice is one of the highest predictors for a successful and healthy marriage. In fact, if the husband does it to his wife, making the relationship a priority, the researcher shows that it will make a relationship exponentially succeed like never before. So it's not money, it's not material possessions, it's not going on nice vacations or how many times you have sex with your partner, as much as making the relationship a priority. Some people said having children is a predictor of a healthy relationship. It isn't. Being in love is not a healthy predictor of a relationship. But making the relationship a priority and giving value to one another's advice is the most important predictors for a healthy relationship. I have seen couples who have come to me and they say to me, Bob, we don't know why, but our relationship feels like we're just 2 strangers who are under the same roof talking to one another once in a while. And I ask them, well, how much time do you spend in your relationship? And inevitably, my clinical practice is showing that couples are spending between 1 to 3 hours a week of undistracted, non-interrupted time with one another. According to Dr. Willard Harley, who authored a landmark book called His Needs, Her Needs, argues that couples should be spending between 5 hours to 15 hours a week of uninterrupted, non-distracted time with one another. If the relationship isn't given a priority, inevitably their emotional bank account, so to speak, begins to deplete. And when it depletes downward, then there's no energy left within the relationship. Dr. John Gottman, a researcher in marital therapy for many, many years, argues what he calls the four horsemen of the apocalypse slips into a relationship. The first horseman is that of criticism. The eyes begin to roll, little innuendos are being said, as a way to say, I am not happy with this relationship. Horseman number 1, criticism. The second horseman that walks into a relationship is that of defensiveness. Now the couple begins to argue, now they begin to withdraw, now they begin to set themselves apart from one another because the communication is starting to slowly dissipate. The third horseman that marches into a relationship is that of withdrawal. And the withdrawal happens when a couple feels like they don't have any kind of energy left with one another. And the final horseman is that of contemptuousness. Contemptuousness, I believe, is the worst. It's criticism on steroids, where a relationship begins to hurt. Now they're going to swear. They're going to use sarcasm. They're going to use character assassinations. They're going to use name-calling as a way to bring that partner down and make them pay. The point of his research shows that as the couple are going through these various stages, their emotional bank account is becoming depleted. And therefore, the relationship doesn't feel like a priority. No matter how much sex they have or don't have, or how much money they have or don't have, doesn't seem to give a very lasting, sustainable desire to fulfill inside of their relationship. There's no sustainable longevity with these superficial things that folks think are predictors of a relationship. So we'd love to be able to hear from you. Give us a call at Stonebriar Counseling Associates. We're at 972-943-0400, 972-943-0400. We'd love to hear from you because at Stonebriar Counseling Associates, it's all about building hope for a better today. Thank you.